Over the weekend, Russia launched their largest strike on Ukraine. Listen to what President Trump had to say about that.
You have always said how good your relationship is with President Putin, but he's not really giving you anything that you want. Is that making you less trustful of him?
Well, nobody was tougher in Russia than me. That has to do with the pipeline, as you know, Nord Stream 2 and lots of other things. But I'm not happy. I'm not happy. I'm not happy about the whole situation.
All right. A member of the House Foreign Affairs Committee is Congressman Mike Lawler, and he joins me now. How long does Trump stand by before he imposes serious secondary sanctions? Do you think we're close?
I definitely think we're closer. And, I have been a co-sponsor of legislation to enact secondary sanctions. This should have been done at the onset of this war under the Biden administration. They should have enacted crippling secondary sanctions. The Europeans should have stopped purchasing Russian gas, which is what has helped fund this war. It's part of the reason why President Trump is taking such a strong stand against India with respect to tariffs, because of their continued purchasing of Russian gas. So I think the time is quickly approaching. I think the president has been right to try and negotiate a peace settlement. But in the absence of Putin taking measurable steps to come to a ceasefire and negotiate terms of a peace agreement, I think secondary sanctions are necessary. I think we need to continue to support Ukraine. I have been staunch in my support for Ukraine from the beginning. Vladimir Putin is a vile dictator and thug, and ultimately his failure to reach an agreement here should result in crippling sanctions.
But it can't drag on much longer, can it? Because it seems like Putin is playing us. If you let that just keep dragging on, you make no progress of any kind. So you want to put a time frame on it? When are we going to get the action?
Look, I think the president obviously tried to broker an agreement back in August. Putin has failed to respond. And so I think the president needs to move expeditiously, certainly, by the end of the month.
OK, got it. Congressman, Trump says his latest warning to Hamas will be his last. He wants the hostages released. Watch this.
I think we're going to have a deal on Gaza very soon. It's a hell of a problem. Again, it's a problem we want to solve for the Middle East, for Israel, for everybody.
Are you confident you can get them all released?
Yeah, I think so. I think we're going to get them all.
OK, if we don't get the hostages released and he's issued his last warning, what happens?
Well, this has been the crux of the problem from the beginning. Hamas took hostages for a reason, to use them as a shield. And you see what has happened, obviously. Dozens have died in captivity. We obviously have about 20 presumed living, 30 deceased that they are still holding. If in the absence of the release of these hostages, in the absence of Hamas agreeing to the terms of a ceasefire, then action must be taken, certainly by Israel and with the support of the United States. That's why Israel has said from the beginning they would agree to terms that included the release of all the hostages. It is Hamas who has refused to end this war. It is Hamas who has refused to end this conflict by releasing the hostages. So when people blame Israel, they should recognize that, in fact, it is Hamas, a terrorist state, that has purposely and willfully held hostages and used their own people, the Palestinian people, as human shields, withholding humanitarian aid and assistance to their own people.
Got it. Action coming maybe on Russia, action coming maybe on the hostages in Gaza. We shall see. Congressman Mike Lawler, thanks for joining us, sir. We appreciate it.